We just want to cover a few basics of where we are so far, because this is a course where we want to highlight what we've learned so far. The principles of Bible study that we're learning is, number one, we always want to ask God to inspire the reading. Before we open God's Word, we always want to inspire. I always pray before I do these recordings for sure, and I hope that you are too, because just for the sake of time, I'm not doing it in these recordings. Number two, begin with a big picture in mind. We've looked at the introduction and the conclusion last lesson. Lesson number one, we looked at the introduction and conclusion. The next lesson we'll be looking at the body, which is based on today and Genesis 3:15. So having that as a context, when we're reading Isaiah, the Psalms, or the Matthew, whatever we're reading, once we have that as our lens, the glasses from which we're looking and reading the Bible, always begin with a big picture in mind. And that's what we're doing in this 101 class, is laying those big foundation blocks, those stones on the foundation, so that everything else, the smaller details, can be correctly understood when the big stones are in place. Number three, take special note of words or phrases that are repeated. So we did that last week. We looked at them. What were they? The evening and the morning was the first day. The evening and the morning was the second day. The evening and the morning was the third day, right through day 6. And then we also found what else was repeated. Every day the phrase was, it was good, it was good, it was good. So why would that be important? What's the so what? What's the application? The application, as far as I understand, is God was reiterating that it wasn't just some symbolic day, 7-day creation, 6-day creation week. No, it was literal days, evening and morning, evening and morning. He's emphasizing it because he knew that now in our day that Satan would want to undermine that and challenge that. And so important. The second thing that we saw was repeated was, it was good, it was good, it was good. Why? It must be because when I look around today, or you look around today, you put on the news, the world is not good. It is full of violence and famine and disaster and earthquakes and people abusing other people and killing in wars and people being eaten by sharks and poisonous spiders. It's not a good place right now. So God wanted to emphasize that it was good in the beginning until somebody else came and put a spanner in the works. And so what are the truths that we've discovered so far? God values free will. God did not put his hand in front of Eve and say, stop, no, I'm not letting you eat this. No, he gave them free will. He said, this is the way to life. You can eat of every tree in the garden and you can live forever. Just don't eat of this one tree. He gave them the information that they needed. And now he let them take their choice and make and live with the consequences, which is what we are doing today. We are also living by the consequences of our own actions. Each and every one of us makes all kinds of decisions. We can decide to become a druggie or not. That is a free choice that God allows you to do. He also gives you the freedom to come back and accept the gospel, which we're going to be looking at today. That is good news. So he gives you free will, and he never will take away your free will. The second thing we can see is Satan is a cunning and deceptive foe. He is a very real person that hates you. He wants you dead. He wants me dead, and he wants to take us all down with him. And God has revealed a plan to restore and to recreate the earth. This is what we learned from the introduction and the conclusion.